You want to make it in crypto? You got to respect the pump. Abundance mindset. Look at my friend Ivan on Tech. Look what he has to say.
The pump. Always, guys, respect the pump. I respect the pump in all assets. Why? Because it's kind of like karma. You know, the power of the pump always comes back to you if you respect the pump of other people. It's crazy, but I have this belief that whatever pumps, you have to pay respect. Because otherwise, if you like, oh my God, this scam coin is pumping again. Actually, you are kind of rejecting the pump from your life. Maybe it's a bit out there, you know, woo woo, but we all gotta believe in something, and I do believe in the power of the pump. It's kind of like, you know, let the pump be with you. I went to bed yesterday. I told you guys on Twitter, good night and let the pump be with you. Okay, this is how I see. It's like this force. It's like this force that is all around us, and if you are really inviting the pump into your life, it will come.
There you go, baby dolls. You heard it from the man himself. That video made in 2020. Did the loops all around the cryptocurrency industry. Respect the pump. Because crypto is very chaotic and random, and it ain't like stocks, friends. In crypto, you would like one coin to go up 100x for you, and then you rotate to something else, and then that goes up 100x. Doesn't happen like that. The bulk of the coins, like 99% of them, are moving up and down together. There's only a few cherry-picked coins doing their own thing, but it's very tough to pick them. Because people who are in those coins, they think that they are basically running separately to the market, and most of the time they are, but they're too scared to leave them. And you don't know when it's going to stop. So what I do is, you can do whatever you want. I just play the whole cycle. I just assume it's all random, let things go up and down. You have like this Zen approach. I am wearing a top hat. But now you understand, friends, respecting the pump and good things will come to you. Remember, there's only one way to make it in crypto as well. Shout out to my friend, Mr. I Like Fruits. Look at this over here. What is in the top right? See? Friends, you got to rebuild it. If you want to make it in the game, you just keep absorbing. That's it. You just got to keep absorbing and absorbing and absorbing. Just think about it. There are like 100 different difficulties of a market setup. There's like 100 levels, but you don't know what's easy and what's hard. But when you absorb everything, you just sit here, you show up every single day, you get to see the whole distribution. Because really, when you think about it, 80 days, 80 setups, they poop. They're like a bit crap, neutral, and a bit good. You don't want them, okay? You're looking for the ones that are like really, really good, but you don't know what really good is. You know, if you're playing baseball, you know what a really good swing is, okay? Because like it's an underarm throw. But no one comes and tells you what's an actual underarm throw. That's why it's tough with markets, because what you and I consider valuable, like a Pokeball, you have thousands of people screaming, saying, it's nothing, it's worth zero. So it's very tough, isn't it? That's why when you keep absorbing stuff, you almost learn the mantra, just buy low, sell high. Now, we're not here to trade, but for you to even be given the gift, for you to get the chance to sell high, you have to have bought low. Now, speaking of pumps, friends, remember the flash PMI came out a whopping 52.3. You remember, I've been talking about the business cycle literally since forever, and we have had 30 red months down. It is the worst crypto cycle ever, just to remind you. You all know this, right? So why did this crypto cycle, why has it taken so long? Why is everything poop? Is it Joe Biden? Is it Trump? Is it China? No, 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 and no. It's none of them. You know, it's just a business cycle. It is what it is. We need PMI to be above 52. Luckily, it's hit 52.3. Now, this is flash PMI. It's just the forward reading. So hopefully the revision stays around there. But now it's go time pretty much. Every time we cranked up above 52, the economy would start to boom and accelerate. People get confident. Then they start overspending. Okay. So what did they start doing in 2021? Started buying dog coins, started buying meme stocks. That's what the Fed will consider misallocation of capital. And that's when they know, okay, we have to start hiking rates because, you know, people have like are basically disrespecting currency too much. Right now, people aren't investing enough. So when the PMI goes up, it's a reflection of that. How high is it going to go? We don't know, but that will unlock alt seasons because pretty much we know altcoins follow the business cycle. Also thought I would remind you as well, friends. So one of the PulseChain KOLs, Mr. Durty Crypto, he's literally had an awakening and he's right. He's actually written, Sommi was right, pDAI to $1 is programmed. But I just want to please touch back on that, friends. Nothing's programmed, okay? Nothing. There are bids and there are offers. Yeah, because friends, pDAI, I've never seen anything like it. First cycle unicorn, amazing setup. Bro, it went to zero twice. You know what I mean? Like it literally, it went to zero twice, right? Like it can go to zero again and stay down for a third time. It can do that, right? Because it went to zero twice, I like it, but doesn't mean it's like impenetrable, okay? It's unique, right? So nothing's guaranteed in markets, friends. If it was guaranteed, you'd be dealing with a government bond and you're getting a guaranteed yield, and guess what? You're guaranteed to lose your purchasing power over time. There are risks with these. I haven't mentioned it here. Nothing's programmed. pDAI already went to zero twice. You got to make your own decision. Everybody is free to buy and sell. Market's going to pump and dump with or without them. Yeah, I've got like videos and stuff coming out where I anticipate maybe there's another final boss. Maybe Richard Hart with his top hat maybe introduces a decoy stablecoin. I don't know, friends. We're just talking about schizo stuff. It could happen. I'm just prepared for that. Maybe if you're long, maybe you don't feel comfortable if pDAI is up 1, 2, or 3, or 5 or 10 cents or whatever. Take profit along the way just because you have something on the sidelines, because it wasn't nice waking up, and then seeing everything pretty much flunk out to zero, right? It was not nice. I mean, I even have these joke videos coming out here too. This is your friendly daily reminder to sell pDAI. Sell it, sell it and walk away. Max, sell, exit, everything out. When you go to the swap field, put pDAI into the top and put literally anything else on the bottom so you're swapping out of pDAI. See this, friends? See this? See this? Because I got confidence in myself. I've not told a single person to buy pDAI. All I actually said is sell it, sell. So you can play that as it goes up, by the way. You can play that over and over and over again. None of this is financial advice, okay? I've outlined here for you. It's a very unique setup, okay? Man, if this works out. Like, friends, I'm just like, bro, the thing is so cheap. It's like, if we get back to like freaking 10 cents, man. If it goes up to 10 cents, friend, you're literally, dude, it's 30x from there. Man, if you bought on the gravestone emoji day, right, at 10 cents, you will be 400x return. You can literally sell 80% of your position. You're up 400x. Very unique circumstance. Now, of course, the PulseChain core coins are part of that. The thing is, though, they're heavier. And there's less uncertainty with them, but it's still great. They are way more lucrative than like buying any other like regular old DeFi coin. I'm still very optimistic on PulseChain, PulseX, Hex. They're all liquidity linked and everything out here. I think the entire ecosystem, if you add up all the non-origin address market caps, it adds around 2.5 billion. I would love if it did about 100x, 50 to 100x to do that. That'd be great for all of us, wouldn't it? And you got to remember as well, friends, pDAI and all these other stories, remember, they haven't even existed in a world where PulseX is cranking, friends, because PulseX, secret weapon, buy and burn, right? PulseX has now bought and burned 7.15% of the total user supply. That user supply, right, I removed the origin address. That's just how I calculate it. You can add it if you want. I mean, like, I don't care. I'm still going to remove it there. 7.15%. The buy and burn will ratchet up as the bull market comes because there's going to be so much volume. That's what happens with commodities, right? As they get more scarce on the way up, people just buy and sell and swap and hedge and options up and down, expiries in and out. But if you want to see a grown man cry, ask him to calculate how much buy pressure the Uni token should have received if they put in the buy and burn fee switch, okay? I actually calculated this in my Juicy News or on my earlier episode. So the answer is 1.5 billion. Don't forget that, man. Uni, the token, should have $1.5 billion already have bought into it, buy and burn, but they never activated it. So, man, that's a lot because they've done 3 trillion total volume since the start. So its market cap right now for Uni is 3.7 billion, but if it had $1.5 billion of buy pressure, it should be at 100 billion. Just think about that, man. That's wild, bro. You should be literally like a top 4 crypto. You should be the pinnacle of crypto, Uni. You are literally real DeFi if you had a buy and burn that was chewing up the Uni, right? You just think, like, friends, look, if Uni was actually doing this, look how pathetic it makes every coin look. Bitcoin, you don't have buy and burn pressure, you got nothing. Ethereum, yes, you do have buy and burn because people got to buy for the gas fee and stuff. So we get them too. Okay, Tether is just a cuck piece of trash currency where they just dump the yield on everybody and give you no yield. XRP, obviously, just like, as a big cult army, but the network is like, obviously, it's not doing that much GDP and activity on it. But, you got believers. But, man, Uni would be around here. It would be next to BNB. But BNB, friends, BNB, Binance, right, CZ owns 65% or something of the coin. That's why the CZ's net worth is literally like 40 billion. But it's all BNB token. But I don't think he can cash that much out. I think CZ's strategy is probably just to sell portions of it over time. I think he sold like 5 or 10% to Qatar or Dubai or something out here. But that's where Uni would be, man. It would be around here. An auto buy and burn. Ah, what a wasted potential, right? So that's just what happens. Yeah, they played it safe. So that's why I like PulseChain, because Richard Hart, he had the chance to like cash out $100 million and walk away. He didn't. He held Bitcoin. He's held Ethereum. He's holding everything. Not that what I think is happening, but he doesn't care about like 1 billion. He's probably trying to become a trillionaire. You see? But if you look at Gaydon Adams from Uniswap, yeah, they're playing it safe now. Why? Because the guy was literally in his underwear coding Uniswap. His first grant was like $100,000 or something from Vitalik. Yeah, now and then he got like anywhere from a $50 million to a $500 million token payout, because he probably got a lot of the Uni tokens, so he never has to work again. You know what I mean? So they play it safe. They're like, oh, let's not do a buy and burn. Let's take 4 years to do an update. You know, so that's a tough part in crypto, right? It can give you way higher upside than stocks, but also these people don't have a fiduciary responsibility to pump your bags. In stocks, they actually do, right? So who suffers? The token holders suffer. So that's why I think PulseX is infinitely better than Uniswap. I got asked the other day as well, friends, Sommi, are you under the NDA with Richard Hart? Sir, I wish if I was under NDA, bro, I'd be so fucking heavy right now. That's right. That's right. Do you honestly think, dude, if Richard made me sign an NDA for anything to do, if I just literally saw the words pDAI on a piece of paper before I even walked out of the room, okay, I'm already calling people up. Give me every single dollar I can borrow right now. I'll sell my shoes straight away. Literally straight away. Wouldn't you? Of course you would. It's probably why I'm not on the NDA. Bro, it's literally like the market right now, the market, you have given a 0.3% chance of a payout at $1. Like imagine you had information that it was just like 20% chance. That means a 20-cent payout. That means fair value would be 20 cents. So this is it, right? So this is 0.3%. Imagine you had information that it's closer to 20% chance payout. Bro, that's a 66x return. Friends, you don't get this. Bro, there's an edge here, 6,600% undervalued if you had that information. See, this is what actually cuts people the most. I don't have that information, and I still think it should be up there. That's what cuts them the most. It depends. You don't like. You can do what you want, but just look, before you go and complain, like little bitches you are, go and find me something where I can risk 1x on the downside, and I've got 300x on the upside. Go and find me that. Right? And by the way, you don't even need it to hit $1. Even if it hits 20 cents, that's 66x. Or 10 cents, 30x. Find me something I can risk 1 to make 30. Find it for me and send them to me. Friends, I look for this all day. Asymmetric upside. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed to happen or work, but that's what you keep looking for. Where are they? What's Michael Saylor doing? Cybernetic Hornet's nest. Let me go borrow $84 billion to buy Bitcoin, and maybe it might stop at 120K, right? Not that he knows. He's saying it's going to 13 million, but it could stop there. See how lopsided that is? You don't need to do leverage on this, bro. You're never going to get this again, by the way. So rare. Find me a guy who's already worth $1 billion who's trying to become a trillionaire. Find me. Maybe he wears top hats time to time. You're not going to find it. I mean, friends, look at Gaydon. Gaydon already cashed out. Is there a buy and burn fee switch in Uni? No, they're taking their sweet ass time. Maybe it comes soon. I don't know. Send this video to your friends who hate Richard Hart. I made a video for Sunny Decree. Now, just for everyone, so you know, friends, Sunny is a secret admirer of Richard. Okay? He's an actual, I know he's a secret admirer of Richard. Okay? It's just because Sunny's a Bitcoin maxi, Richard Hart's kryptonite in there. You're not allowed to talk about him. Okay? But Sunny, he secretly does watch. So I know. That's why I made that video. I guess, Sonny, I know you got a little prostitute account, bro. Like, just pay attention, man. Like, he beat the SEC, dude. You know, because Sonny made a post. He's like, how did Richard beat the SEC? He's almost like, because he probably thought Richard wasn't a scam at the start. Then the coin price went down 99%. Then he hears like, this is Matthew Crowder, and everybody else saying that Richard's a scammer because the EHEX price went down. And now he's seeing the fundamentals mismatch the price. He's like, wait, you beat the SEC. There's a community. Why is HEX down 99%? Well, man, you know the game, Habib. Okay, you're asking these questions. It's just that, you know, all it's going to take is EHEX to do something like this. Boop, right? And then we'll be going, oh, hey, this thing is up 78x from the low. Like, you know you're watching it. Okay, so friends, that's also trickery. How you can reverse engineer whether you think something's a good punt or not. It's if you wake up tomorrow and the price is printed up like, 20x or 10x higher to the target, what would people say? Like, have a just try to imagine what they'd be saying. Will they be saying it was obvious the whole time? Because if you can, you have to be like, obviously professional in this game. But like, for example, if we, like, let's imagine I could just teleport you 60 days from now and pDAI is like 5 cents. Yeah. Would people be saying it's random? Or do you think people would be saying it was obvious? They'd probably be saying it was obvious. They would say, oh my gosh. What they would say is, wow, Catty sent this thing to 0 for the second time, and I should have been paying attention when my friend Sommi alerted me that pDAI level crossed level 1, level 2, and level 3 of the price action. So once the price action naturally recovered all the FUD, I won't be surprised to see 5 cents. I can already see that, So that's the thing, friends. Market's going to pump with or without you. But that's like one tip I can give you. If things teleport up there, like, are you surprised or not? You can try to figure that stuff out. Because what's everybody else worried about? They're stuck in the retail or pleb game. Friends, remember this came out? Donald Trump, European Union. I am putting a 50% tax on all your soy. You see, man, that's when you're like, I just don't know what else to call you, man. But you're plebs. Like, you actually think, oh, Donald Trump, he made the market go down. It's going to be great when we go up, bro. It's going to be so great. So please remember, friends, respect the pump, but nothing is programmed. Just because I'm confident doesn't mean shit, okay? You have to assume I've sold everything. You have to assume I have no exposure. You have to assume I'm like long Apple stock and Johnson & Johnson. Then you have to make the decision for yourself, okay? Remember, even if I'm in something or not, it doesn't change the fundamentals, okay? Market's going to do whatever it's going to do. This is your friend Sommi. Like, subscribe, catch you soon.